Alright. Need the stream to catch up for me so I can see that I've done it correctly. The first time I'm using Capture Agent, using the hotkey to switch it. Hopefully looking a little more professional. And it looks like we're in. Okay. If there's any problems on the stream, let me know. But it looks pretty good on my end. Let's get this started. Hello everyone, my name is Nobody. Welcome to Game 1, Round 1 of this first matchup in the Mangrove Shallows Cup. This is a tournament hosted by MemTV and Shirazini with a generous donation from a Chinese sponsor. I have to look up his name, but you can find his name. It's all over AOE Zone. If you go through the tournament, you can do !MSC. And yeah, MSC to be check out all the check out Mem stream and that kind of stuff. And yeah, this is with a very select number of maps that are all kind of bog themed. There is a balance patch on all these maps such that all the water ships, all the ships on water, are nerfed against land units. So hopefully we won't be seeing all water. It's been tweaked a few times. And this tournament is for $10,000. Total grand prize pool. There are 5 rounds in the Swiss stage. You have to win 3 of those 5 rounds to advance to the quarterfinals, and then from there on, it's a single elimination tournament. All the best players are playing. Right now, we have ACCM on the bottom left playing in purple as the... Oh, let me use my capture age. Mongols. And in green, we have Liereyy playing as the Mayans. I'm not 100% sure on the balance with these civilizations on this particular kind of map, but I can tell you that usually Mayans has a bit of an advantage because Mayans are a really strong civilization on all maps. Mongols can be especially strong, though, if there's a lot of hunt, and I don't particularly see a lot of hunt. I see a rhino, I see an elephant, I see a zebra, but that is all the standard hunt that you normally get. Looks like Liereyy is here to lame a little bit. And yeah, looks like everything's going smoothly, so I'm pretty happy about that. Villager is coming in, and Lierey's going to try to block it. I don't think he has enough space to, but he's going to try anyway, and he's not going to lose any HP. But that's not too bad, but the Rhino is going back! Oh no! Oh no, the Rhino's going back! And here's ACCM Scout. Here comes the Villager. A little bit laggy to start things off. But that is not the best thing ever. And here comes the Villager coming back. So that is going to slow down ACCM just a little bit, especially because he's playing as the Mongols. You want that hunt in nice and early. I would bet you ACCM's trying to go for the quickest feudal age possible by getting all that hunt nice and early. So any little delay here could be 1 villager more that he has to build and could delay his feudal time. And that's an advantage you don't want to give up, because the mines, again, are so strong. They start with an extra villager, all their resources last longer. They get some really good archers and access to the Eagle Warrior and Plumed Archer, which are very strong. Let's take a look at Lierey's map. Top we have his gold, left stone. Stone is very important in the mine, so there's the 2 stones. Gold is in a safe position, berries are a little forward, and this is a very open map. But this cliff helps just a little bit, but not too much, because it's really hard to wall there. Taking a look at ACCM's map, berries on the left, can wall here. Lierey's still hanging around this elephant because he knows ACCM wants to collect that. And ACCM, yeah, it's going to be risky. Does he have Loom? Has Loom researched, but it's still risky. I would want your scout if you're ACCM. ACCM has a scout north. It's not going to help out. Liereyy, is he going to see this? Here's the fog of war of ACCM. And Lierey's going to try to block. There is quite a lot of lag in this game. And because of that, it looks like the elephant's going back. It only got hit once. You need to hit it twice, of course. Here comes this villager's going to come over. This is a unique play. And she's going to try to prevent the eagle from blocking this elephant. And looks like it'll be successful. ACCM will get his elephant in. But it certainly slowed down his build, and we'll see what time he goes up in. Mongols, the fastest I like to see players go up is usually 19 pop. Sometimes they go up 18 pop. 20 pop is a little late for Mongols. 21, it's like you don't even have a bonus at all. So gold in the back, stone in the back for ACCM. Stone, again, important for the Mongols. And one thing, so it looks like we have a Dark Age Rush from Liereyy. ACCM going to go for a fast feudal on 20 population. And probably will go for scouts. He's got to defend this Dark Age Rush first. One thing I forgot to mention, I forgot to introduce these players because I was a little distracted by setting up Capture Age and that kind of stuff. But Liereyy is one of the strongest players. Every player you ask, who's the second strongest player in Age of Empires 2, it's always they say Liereyy, probably for the last year. Maybe MBL 3, debatable. But they always say Liereyy, and he's had some really good tournament performances. Performed well in Hidden Cup 2, most recently. So, and I think the strength of Lierey's game, he's a very, very fast player. Every player has strengths and weaknesses. He's a super fast player. Great decision-making as well. A pretty aggressive player. ACCM is always in the tournaments, though, because he really deserves to be there. One of the top Vietnamese players, plays on all the top Vietnamese teams. Hopefully we'll be able to give Liereyy a run for his money. And maybe pull off the upset, because that is possible. Villager's going to go back. And ACCM can have some unorthodox plays of his own, but a very experienced, a very veteran player. Certainly, we're not talking about him being phased by playing Liereyy or being phased by playing in a big tournament for a lot of money, because he's already done that many, many times. And that's a poor fight for ACCM to take. Going to lose a lot of HP on his scout. Did get those quick walls up, and there's the stable, but you can kind of see ACCM panicking a little bit. Not panicking, but these are not optimal decisions. These are not optimal walls. The stable's up a little bit late. Not looking too good because Lierey's putting on a lot of pressure. Is he going to try to run past that town center? That would have been a poor decision. How is ACCM's food looking like? Low on food, low on wood. Got two scouts queued. But so far, ACCM, this is a perfect reflection. What are you doing, Liereyy? Running past the town center and for nothing. Lost a lot of HP on those militias. That was a mistake. The one big thing that you can see how ACCM's not playing optimally because he's under pressure, doesn't have any of the eco upgrades. You can see on the bottom right, doesn't have horse collar or bit axe. That villager getting kind of low. This one's going to get super low, but is going to get out of there, and that's perfect. And those upgrades, they cost food, they cost wood. Right now, ACCM not even floating any food, so how the hell do you afford an upgrade that costs food? The answer is you don't. Yeah, you build a dock. That's the answer. You build a dock. Here comes those scouts coming out. ACCM eventually did clear up that Dark Age Rush, but what's things looking like at Lierey's base? Liereyy has 4 farms down, still taking a little extra food, resources, 200 food in the bank. But notably, Liereyy has gotten both of his economy upgrades, horse collar and bit axe, and he's also gone for a double barracks build. This is quite unusual, even for the Mayans. And I wonder what prompted Liereyy to go for the double barracks build. Perhaps because it's a very open map? Perhaps, but ACCM is walling it off. I haven't watched any games of Liereyy within the last probably 2 months, so I can't tell you if this is a new Liereyy strategy. But we'll see how this shakes out. And there we go, Demorath coming out. I have no clue how this thing is going to perform against units because there's been some balance changes. The players, I'm sure, have played with the balance changes, unless you're ACCM, who might not have downloaded the maps, so I'm not sure. Let's see how this thing does. Did some decent damage, killed the spearman. Did a little bit to the eagle warrior. That is a big question. What experience does ACCM have with these balance changes if he didn't have the maps downloaded? I do not know. Maybe he was expecting that demo to do a lot more damage. But archery range coming up from Liereyy. Liereyy is not concerned at all about getting docks out, and the only place he could get a dock out is right there, I think. And maybe here? So maybe that's his problem. A lot of food economy for ACCM. He's really farmed up after this. Normally what you do after you go scouts is you go archery ranges. Instead we have a dock for ACCM, and the rest of the wood he's seeded into farms. So thinking about Castle Age. Meanwhile, Liereyy has 1 extra military production building. Gonna have another extra Another extra building. Let's see how this guy does. Oh my god! Four eagles down. That was some big damage. Couldn't even tell that demo raft was nerfed at all. So out of some of the nerfs, we should talk about them. The galleys build slower. I think by like 20 seconds. For reference, they usually take about 60 seconds to build. I think the attack of them has all been nerfed against land units, and their armor has also been nerfed. So land units don't take as much damage. Land units can do more damage. But as you saw right there, the demo raft's still very formidable. And I'm kind of glad. I like to see those demo shots. And these scouts can get another villager. Liereyy, not looking too good. ACCM coming back a little bit. Liereyy had a really good Dark Age. And now this Feudal Age. Lost a bunch of eagles. Lost a villager. This wall is still not complete. Now we have fire ships coming in. They seem to be pretty strong. As you can see on the armor, 4 minus 2. So that's a total of 2 armor. 2 less than normal. And how's the fire ship doing against the spearmen? Doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. I know, Mono Scout. Don't worry. I know. Thanks for your suggestion, though. I'm trying to use the features a little sparingly. I could use some a little more often. But, like in this situation, it would be very useful. But I don't want to overwhelm everyone with the features. First Castle Age coming in for Liereyy. This is a sign of promise for him. Gonna go with another military production build. It's gonna be another archer range. So 2 archer range, 2 barracks. Not building anything from the barracks, building archers from the archer ranges. Demo raft's still very effective. I think that demo paid for about itself. And another dock for ACCM. He needs that production speed because, again, the production speed has been nerfed. ACCM, however, has not clicked up to the Castle Age. Getting ready to click up to the Castle Age right now. And this looks to be the end of ACCM's pressure. I think Lierey's got enough back at home. But he's done some good damage this game. Villager count is 38 to 34. So that means we have about maybe a 3 villager lead for ACCM, considering that ACCM has yet to click up to the next age, and his town center will be idle during that time. And that could be another villager down. Let's see this. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, so many archers down! Oh my gosh! Such a big play! ACCM getting tons of value for this, and Liereyy wasn't paying attention, I think. He should have split his archers up. And this villager is weak too. That villager could die in one more hit. Down he goes. ACCM with a big lead this game. And gonna kill off even more of these archers. Are we gonna see maybe a good game from Liereyy? I don't think so. Lierey's not that kind of player. And certainly Lierey's not gonna throw in a good game when his opponent is still in the Feudal Age. But here we go. ACCM going to the Castle Age, getting scale barding armor, thinking about adding a few knights. And finally, Lierey's gonna finish off this wall. All that effort to finish off this wall. Imagine if that wall was finished a few seconds earlier. 3 town centers for Liereyy. He's got that Mayans economy. Resources are lasting longer for him. So he's just going to try to max that out. Going to take some stone as well. And think about a castle. Eco upgrades coming in. ACCM still without horse collar. He really needs to get that upgrade. These 3 farms expiring, and soon a lot of these other farms will be expiring, putting a big drain on ACCM's wood economy. And he needs a lot of food for knights. He's got a good bank right now. Going to be pumping knights. Probably going to get his galley upgrades. Those are all expensive. Not a big wood surplus for ACCM, so he's not going to be able to drop down town centers right away. A lot of this wood is going into ships. Hello, Bombay Gypsy. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you. We have some pretty exciting games here. And there's that War Galley upgrade. I wonder if ACCM could start to work on these buildings. Taking out those military production buildings, harassing the farms, harassing the wood line with water units. That could be a possibility. Here comes the knight from ACCM. See if it can do any good raiding. Let's take a look at the villager number, 43 to 40. Liereyy has caught up, and now he's ahead because he added those extra town centers, but he's really got no military. Fireship's going to try to go past the town center. That lack of 2 Pierce armor really hurting there. with the normal Pierce armor, would have survived that town center. And now 2 docks, 3 docks for Liereyy, placing it on here. And he's going to start bumping galleys of his own. Lierey's not in a bad position, actually. ACCM couldn't do any more damage. And now Liereyy has a better economy. Not quite yet, but he's getting there. He has more villagers, certainly. But Liereyy still has to afford for some upgrades. Take a look at this galley. Galley has Bodcanero, needs War Galley. These knights going to work on this archer range. We need to see some more galleys. And I wonder how this balance is going to be changed. With the galleys doing a lot more damage against the fire ships, since they have that lack of Pierce armor. But that archer range is down. That was a big risk for ACCM. He lost a lot of HP on those knights. Liereyy could have just repaired more and more. But somehow those knights getting in. And you gotta be careful. Don't want the fire ships under the town center. Really don't want that. Gotta get these fire ships out of there. That fire ship going down to the town center. This might be enough for Liereyy to defend. If not, this will be disastrous. Critical moment in this game. War galleys are doing tons of damage. And knights are on top of the galleys, doing some good damage as well. And how much damage are these war galleys really doing to these knights? Let's see. I think hardly any damage. So these knights could potentially get some good ratings. Mangonel now here for ACCM, putting on the pressure. No eagles coming out to snipe off that Mangonel. So Liereyy is fully invested into the galleys. And I'm not sure they're going to be a good counter to the knights. Villager number 49 to 56. We now have 3 town centers out from ACCM where they're coming up. So ACCM won't be too far behind in economy, but he is a little behind. He still needs to do a little bit of damage. Oh, welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you made it. These are some pretty exciting games with some new balance changes just for these maps and new maps. And some great players as always. Glad you joined us. Welcome, Sir Labuk, to the stream. Here comes those knights. Are they losing any HP at all? 808 overall HP. And I think Lierey's realized this is not going to work. He needs something other than the galleys to defend. What would be great is +2 armor on these knights, because then they could sit under the town centers. These town centers have Bodcanero. So they are a little bit deadly to the knights. Here comes +2 armor coming in right now. Once ACCM gets that, I think just go in. Go in, raid. Monastery coming up from ACCM. He desperately needs a counter to the knights. And let me double click the knights here. Well, HP is going down. Some of that is due to the town center. +2 armor is still not done. That was premature to take that fight. Wanted to wait for +2 armor. Now we have a ram coming out to take down these 2 barracks. The monastery notably is on the front too, so that could be a vulnerable building. Why choose mines for a water map? Why not choose mines for every map? Because mines are a really good civilization with a good economy. And the mines as well, they get Bodcanero. I remember talking with Tato in the AOC days in an interview, no, with Fire, and I asked him about the mines choice in Masters of Islands, and he said the mines are a great civ for water just because they're a great civ in a lot of situations. Of course, we're past the AOC days, but still, they're a good civ. Here's that demo. Demo's going to explode on the monk. Never thought I'd say that before. There's that phrase. And Ram is going to go down. Looks like Lierey's got some momentum. Lierey's also has a villager lead. Let's see if these knights can do anything. They now have +2 armor. They're much stronger than before. Nice quick walls for Liereyy. And they're losing HP, but super slowly now. It's a big difference between +1 armor and +2 armor. Now a little bit faster now that that fire ship is in there. So the fire ship's certainly doing the most damage. The galley's doing hardly any damage to the knights. But I think Lierey's in a strong position this game. His economy is very strong. Liereyy as well has enough stone for a castle. I like the knight choice from ACCM, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, especially with these monks from Liereyy. and one knight getting converted. That's a good shot, though. You want to reduce that HP as much as possible. Conqueror coming from ACCM. Down 20 villagers. Not looking great at all for ACCM. How does he get back in this game? A castle would be great. We're nowhere near getting a castle. ACCM does have a lot of war galleys. That's something to be hopeful for. But there's that castle from Liereyy. Liereyy can play a defensive style game with that extra economy that he has. And this is the only bright spot for ACCM. 11 war galleys versus 5 war galleys for Liereyy and 8 fire ships. But that's not going to be the angle for ACCM because that castle's there. Going to have to approach from another angle. Perhaps can try to raid the economy in this area. Oh, gotta go back, gotta go back. War galleys still are pretty fast. They're pretty good raiders. Things can turn around in a hurry. If ACCM parks his galleys right there, then that villager number will become... that villager difference will basically become 0. At ACCM, where is he going to go? This would be a good time for the Fog of War. So let's see if I do this right. Alt-6. There you go. Fog of War. So ACCM should be coming around to the side. Instead, it's going to go north, where you can find some villagers over there. This is towards the military production buildings. Again, this is a great area. But ACCM going to take his knights instead of his war galleys, and is going to raid this area. And these knights are going to do tons of damage. Do they have +1 attack? They do not. But regardless, slow reaction from Liereyy. And if ACCM gets around and there's still no reaction to Liereyy, that's going to be great. However, ACCM attacking the lumber camp now is going to move around. What's happening over here? Some monks going to try to get the conversions. One monk going to go down. 2 monks going to go down. No conversions. But that'll be 2 galleys down to that castle. That's the second castle, by the way, of Liereyy. How's this raid going? It's still a huge raid. Tons of villagers going down. Now we have 3 galleys in the area as well. They're going to go through the gate, unfortunately, and not the broken palisade. That might be 1 more villager down. And still knights trying to get some shots off on those villagers. 1 more going down. That must have been at least 10 or 12 villagers lost in that raid. And the knights are still alive. They're still doing damage. Villager discrepancy is not big at all anymore. That was a huge raid for ACCM. And Liereyy just didn't react. So villager discrepancy now is a 10 villager difference. Still good lead for Liereyy, especially because he has 2 castles. Liereyy thinking about adding a 3rd castle, but ACCM's thinking about adding his 1st castle. That'll certainly help in the defense. Not that he needs it. He hasn't been defending all this game. And Liereyy is going to get owned one more time by these galleys. And ACCM's still over here. Lierey's economy is not doing well at all. However, Liereyy massing plumed archers. We'll see how they do against the galleys. What's the armor on the galleys? 6 -4. Almost no pierce armor at all. 2 pierce armor only. So those plumed archers are going to take care of those war galleys easy. But ACCM is the first of the next stage. ACCM's economy is working 100% capacity. Whereas Liereyy has a lot of idols. Adding a town center over there to protect over there. And just Lierey's economy is not doing too well. However, I like the army of Liereyy. These plumed archers are very strong against these galleys. That castle is in a perfect position for this time. Going to protect so much of ACCM's base and also help him get to that golden stone. Greening coming in. 1 extra pierce armor on the galleys. Not going to help that much, though. Lierey's up to the next stage. Finally, horse collar coming in from ACCM. Finally. And what an exciting game. ACCM could be able to take this one against Liereyy. But Lierey's got a pretty strong defense. ACCM's going to have to tread down these castles. And to do that, he's going to have to get through those plumed archers. Economy clearly in a better position for Liereyy now that he's got things sorted out. Lost a lot of resources in those big raids. But I think he's got things sorted out. Getting heavy plow now. 10 villager advantage. Down at the south. Small victory for ACCM. Map control, definitely ACCM. I like all these houses. It gives them a lot of vision. Gives him a lot of confidence to be able to expand across the map. Still has 2 knights back there. Let's see what the play is for ACCM in this early Imperial Age. Is it going to be a Trebuchet right away? It's going to be Galleon and Bracer. And again, I'd just like to see how they do against these Plumed Archers. Plumed Archers going to get their first raid of this game. That house with not a lot of HP on it. That's going to go down pretty quick. And gotta wait, gotta wait. Gotta wait for Galleon, gotta wait for Bracer. Would like to see a demo. But ACCM's going to take that fight. I think that's going to be a win for Liereyy, maybe? It's so hard to tell with these balance changes. There you go, Bracer's done. Galleon will be done soon. And now the Trebuchet is going to come out. ACCM has a little bit of time here. It's going to be hard to take down these castles, but if he can do it, then no more Plumed Archers for Liereyy. Should be a victory for ACCM. Another castle coming up from Liereyy. He's got so many castles now. This is going to be the third. No, the fourth. Another castle coming up for Liereyy up there. As well as some walls coming in. And these Galleons are doing okay. They do have that hill advantage. But they're certainly going to have to go back for that castle. I think take things one step at a time. If you're ACCM, try to win this Trebuchet battle. It's so important. And actually, this is a big point. Liereyy actually researching elite Plumed Archer, making more Plumed Archers from these castles, not making Trebuchets. Where's the Trebuchet going to come in? No Trebuchets being made for Liereyy. That means that Liereyy most definitely will lose a castle. If this castle goes up, Plumed Archer's going to move in before then. Here comes the Galleons. Let's see if the Plumed Archers are in on time to pick off some of these Trebs. And it doesn't look like it. Heavy demo being researched by ACCM. Going full into the water upgrades. Lierey's going to lose at least one castle. Still no Trebuchets on the way for Liereyy. I see no Trebuchets being made at all. This is a big mistake from Liereyy. We've seen some big mistakes from Liereyy this game. Some kinks in the armor. And as well, ACCM, all you got to do to finish this off are some rams. Some rams would be lovely. Siege ram being upgraded right now. Galleons are not as good at taking the Plumed Archer shots, but certainly the rams will be. One castle going down for Liereyy. That's okay, he's got 3 more castles, but this castle is now in danger. Finally, Liereyy making some Trebuchets. I don't know, let's see how this fight goes. Use the overall HP. Those Plumed Archers will be able to take down Cap Rams, but Siege Rams will be a different story. Siege Ram almost done. ACCM's gotta keep building the Siege Rams. Now we have Eagle Warrior coming in for Liereyy to counter the Rams. And there you go, Siege Ram done. And Liereyy can't stay here and take this battle. Not with those Siege Rams there. Or Kenny, there's no more Siege Rams. Here comes a demo. Demo's not gonna do anything. Here's the overall HP. Looks like Lierey's is going down a little bit faster and that castle is down. Fast fire ship coming in as well, so all the water upgrades, and for Liereyy, all the land upgrades. Economies are now even, 117 villagers versus 122. Basically the same. Looks like that Eagle Warrior can take some shots. What ACCM should do as well, it's kind of hard with these castles, but if you can raid, that would be ideal. Lierey's done a great job of walling the sides of the map. But still, ACCM has more map control, so that means more resources overall. There's that Siege Ram. ACCM with the momentum. However, Liereyy is making that Eagle Warrior switch. El Dorado coming in. I guess we're going to see if these Eagle Warriors can do something. And if not, this is going to be the win for ACCM. And look at this. Even 3 Trebuchets down in the south taking out this castle. And I think this is going to be the win for ACCM. Going to pull off a little bit of an upset in this first game. This is a best of 5, of course. You're going to have to win 3 games. Let's see how these Eagles do. They do pretty well. I didn't see them lose any HP at all. Yeah, losing almost no HP. These Eagles are going to do excellent against these Galleons. And ACCM's going to have to come up with a solution against them. Maybe it's going to be the fast fire ships. Maybe it's going to be the demos. ACCM can't sit here and take this. However, there's not that many Eagles. I think Liereyy needs to continuously pump these Eagles. Liereyy only down to 1 castle. So pretty reliant on Eagle production. We're going to need 1 more unit in this composition. And maybe that unit's going to be the Hussar. Maybe it's just going to be demo ships. Castle up in the north. Already getting trebbed down. I don't necessarily agree with that position. Even a Mangadai out here. And now Liereyy getting pushed back a little bit. However, it looks like ACCM will lose the castle. ACCM has not been able to get onto Mangadai production, but is starting light cav production, and these are some of the strongest light cavs in the game. I'm going to try to go for some raids, but nice defense from Liereyy. Big demo shot right there. But still enough for Liereyy to defend. Here comes another demo ship. This has 110 attack, still a lot of attack. But normally that would flatten all the Eagles, and that really didn't do that. Still that 1 castle remaining for Liereyy. But ACCM taking over a lot of that gold. And that's all that castle was meant to do, I think, to secure that gold. Albedurda coming in for Liereyy. You didn't know Halbs are actually pretty good against ships. They poke holes in them. You've never seen land army being used on this map. Bombay Gypsy, this is with balance changes. The balance changes have as well been tweaked since last week. They've been tweaked a lot. And as you can see, I would have to say it's pretty balanced. ACCM getting a lot of value out of the ships for the most part of this game, but kind of hitting a wall. Oh, that demo. Oh my gosh. Got at least 10 plumed archers. Pretty good hit. Alright, with these Halbs in here, I think we'll have to see another unit to counter them. There's only 2 options here. There's going to be, unless you count cavalry archers, but there's either going to be elite skirmisher or Mangadai. We'll have to see one of those for the Halbs. Doesn't look like the Galleons are doing too much. An interesting castle for ACCM. Great position. If that castle gets up, that would be great for ACCM. So many areas of the map for ACCM to raid, but doesn't look like it'll be getting up for now. However, Mangadai are being made, and Mangadai, of course, counted a Halb. We'll check back up on that. Hussar being made for ACCM. It's a lot of resources to put into Hussar. It's a good late game upgrade, because it'll save gold and will make your food unit stronger. But I think we need to counter to the Halb right now. And perhaps those resources should be invested in something like Elite Mangadai. Eagle Warrior doing a lot of damage in the back. Perhaps ACCM will clean it up. There's that Hussar. These Hussar are some of the strongest Hussar in the game. Really great against melee units. Just okay against Pierce. Against ranged units. Oh! Lonely Militia. Wandering around. Didn't know how he got there. And it looks like ACCM's castle will get up if he sends some more villagers. He still has those 2 trebuchets there. Very big asset. Look at the gold count for ACCM. Tons of gold in the bank. Here's the value of gold in the armies. A little bit more. For Liereyy, of course, does have the momentum. more trebuchets parked on the castle of ACCM. ACCM's going to attempt to repair it. Doesn't look like he has enough army to push on the front. And not really pushing on the right either. These Eagle Warriors doing the damage. ACCM, you have got 2,000 gold. Gotta make that worth it. Because right now, you're getting pushed on two sides. How do you make this 2,000 gold worth it? I thought Elite Mangadai would have been a great upgrade, and we didn't see that. We did not see that at all. Food is a problem for ACCM if he wants to make that upgrade. Parthian Tactics coming in, he's thinking about it. But we've only got 2 castles for ACCM. ACCM can't afford to lose one more castle. Yeah, and that castle getting bulldozed over. Now it looks like Liereyy has a lot of momentum. I thought ACCM would win this game maybe 10-20 minutes ago. I'm thinking Liereyy has the advantage now. These land units are doing pretty good against the water units of ACCM. And it's not looking too good at all. The Eagles are now raiding inside of ACCM's base. I don't know where ACCM's army is. Certainly it's not a very big one. And Siege Ram coming up from Liereyy. Lierey's got this game. What a game. A lot of momentum shifts. ACCM, just Liereyy taking the Dark Age, ACCM taking the Feudal Age. Castle Age kind of went both ways. Liereyy with the big boom, but ACCM doing the big damage. Early Imperial Age definitely went to ACCM, but then Liereyy turned it around once he added those Eagle Warriors in. And what a great game. So many momentum shifts. Really great game. Siege Ram's coming down for the castle. And we should see the good game coming in soon. I think biggest mistake for ACCM this game was probably investing too heavily onto the water units. We saw their weakness. And not investing too much into the Mangadai. Finally, Elite Mangadai coming in. The strongest unit. Perhaps in Age of Empires 2, but even then, it's too little too late. You can't make Mangadai from the archer range. You have to make them from castles. This castle is dead. We have 1 castle remaining for ACCM, and that's the one that's researching Elite Mangadai. And now Desperation Move Watchtower coming up from ACCM. Gonna try to hold that hill. Gonna try to pick off those trebuchets. If he had enough Mangadai, he could do it. And perhaps can go try and snipe off 1 or 2, but still, this castle has to be going down. Green units all over ACCM's base. What a great game. What a great game. ACCM taking the first victory. Hope you enjoyed. Wow. See you in game 2. Alright, so here we are. And we're already the action getting started in classic Black Forest fashion. We are on the map Bog Forest. ACCM getting his walls up there. Liereyy getting his walls up there. And yeah, there we go. Everything looks to be going good. And what is going on here? This villager of ACCM kind of caught out. Both players, I assume, have Loom, but no, Liereyy doesn't have Loom. That is something you definitely need on this kind of map. And ACCM is going to take the better walls. These are much better walls, actually, and I'll explain it to you in just a second. Why they are so much better. Now Liereyy kind of walling in this villager. It's kind of vulnerable. Still doesn't have Loom. Great move of ACCM, really taking advantage of this villager not having Loom. Now walling in this villager. I don't know if you're going to be able to get all of those up. But going to get another 2 hits on that villager. And that villager should be dead. 100%. That is a dead villager for Liereyy. And that is a big disadvantage to have a dead villager. Or it's not. It's going to get almost walled in. But that scout's getting low. And now this villager is going to chop that tree. Gonna palisade that in. Gonna get 2 more hits on that villager. And she's dead. 1 villager down already. ACCM might also try to sneak this villager. It's got most of its HP. That scout probably can't stop it. So Liereyy needs to bring over another villager. Otherwise, this villager can go wherever he wants. Oh, but there are Komodo dragons on this map. You gotta be careful of that. And tigers. Can run into 2 Komodo dragons and a tiger. And that is a dead villager. Oh no, ACCM! Run away! gonna try to place the palisade there. That was a bad mistake. And now that could be a villager down for ACCM. Meanwhile, ACCM trying to block off the elephant. So much action going on in this Dark Age. Who said nothing ever happens in the Dark Age in Age of Empires 2? And that villager almost made it back. Oh, both players losing one villager. ACCM getting so unfortunate, running into 2 Komodo dragons and a tiger. Score is 1-0. You can do ! score in the chat to see the score. And right now, villager count is actually 12 to 14. And for no other reason than ACCM had some idle time. Those Komodo dragons still trying to bridge that palisade, but that's not going to happen. Actually, though, these Komodo dragons might prevent Liereyy from walling in the future. Oh, man. So if you're not familiar with Black Forest, basically this map is Black Forest, then you try to wall the middle as fast as possible because... So ACCM clearly won this wall battle. Because ACCM... Shit, is this open? I think this is open still. But ACCM, if ACCM wants to push, it's much easier to knock down walls that are right here for Liereyy than it would be if walls right here for Liereyy, because Liereyy can wall behind, less spaces to wall. You can wall with more layers. So this could be a big advantage for ACCM, just the position of the walls. I still think this is open. So all of that was for nothing. But I guess we'll see later on in this game. I don't have the grid to show you guys. I might be able to talk it with Capture Age, but I really don't know how. There's actually a little bit of grid right there, huh? Is that just standard with the terrain? I have no clue. But yeah, Liereyy actually not in a bad position. He's actually 2 villagers ahead. All this commotion. And let's talk a little bit about these civilizations. So we have the Britons. Now everyone thinks, every noob thinks that the Britons are OP on Black Forest, and they really aren't. And they're really not OP for a simple reason of, well, A, paladins, and B, siege rams. Both those counter longbows pretty heavily. Does ACCM get either of those? He gets both of those. So I think he'll be doing an okay job against the British. The Spanish, are they anything special on this kind of map? Not really, but I can imagine like a castle drop and a conquistador rush will be very strong. They have a very versatile tech tree. Can go siege rams, can go paladins. Very strong units. Their siege is not the best, and certainly you want good siege on Black Forest. That said, the Britain siege is not so good. But I wonder how that werewolf, those werewolf trebuchets are going to do on this kind of map, and I imagine very well. I would like to see a combination of longbow and werewolf trebuchets and see where that gets Liereyy. Lierey's going to have to wall behind. A lot of resources invested into this. 2 villagers are idle. This is all because Liereyy lost that walling battle, and he's got those 3 Komodo dragons, 2 and 1 tiger right there. So has to wall right there, and that's a lot of resources lost. Liereyy actually going for a faster feudal age, but he's on 25 vills, so I think he should be able to manage it. Gonna put 2 vills on stone. Maybe this is hard. This is hard to do a fast castle when you have so many villagers walling and you have 2 villagers on stone. Soon to be more. Lierey's gonna try to lure in the zebra. That one's gonna go back. That's unfortunate. Is he even mining gold? Yeah, he's mining gold with 2 villagers. But this is a super fast feudal age from Liereyy. ACCM still hasn't clicked up. There he goes, 27 villagers. That's a typical fast castle time. And ACCM has the better economy as well with 3 fishing ships. So they're getting a lot of fish. That is a little... Well, Liereyy could have gone with fish too. So I was going to say unfair, but not really. Finally, that deer being lured in. Liereyy, how's this fast castle gonna go? Market down. Blacksmith down. Has the wood. Has the gold. Does he have the food? This is the big question. Looks like he probably will have the food. He's got all these villagers there. This could be a very good time for Liereyy. Anything going on here? Alright, so villagers going to drop off their food. And there's the castle age for Liereyy, even before ACCM clicks up. This is a good advantage for Liereyy. But that said, I think ACCM will have a better economy once he goes up to castle age because of those fishing ships. And that is a deep fish, so that's going to get a lot of food. ACCM might need to block that rhino a little bit. Oh, she can take one more hit. It might go back, might go back. No, hit it with a different villager. Okay. Oh, stupid rhino. But she's going to get that rhino. And ACCM, does he have his 2 buildings going up? Well, there's the blacksmith. There's the market. And ACCM's going to click up right now. Very late compared to Liereyy. And yes, it was open this entire time. ACCM realizing it and walling it off. Actually, Lierey's going to take advantage of this and kill those Komodo dragons. Normally, if you attack something like that, then they'll attack back. But since they're targeted onto the villager, Lierey's actually going to attack them right now. These interesting pockets of gold. There you go, Liereyy in the castle age. He's got cheaper town centers, probably will plop some of those down. And has that castle coming up. So thinking about longbows right away. And the good thing about longbows, it'll counter any sort of pressure ACCM can do. Conquistador is not going to be very effective against longbows with these choke points. So far, nothing. Seeing nothing from Liereyy. Here's that castle. No town centers yet. I find that very interesting. There you go. There's that town center. But Lierey's still with a lot of wood in the bank. Not spending it as quick as maybe he could.
Ready.
The Stonewall there as well. This tells me Liereyy is afraid of maybe that sneak villager getting past somewhere. And Liereyy missing it. So here's the fog of war of Liereyy. I scouted everything, but still afraid of that villager. Otherwise, you wouldn't stonewall there. Of course, we know that villager died a little while ago. And at this point, ACCM might want to add another layer of stonewall so those longbow don't get in. ACCM with 3 town centers right away. I thought Liereyy would do that right away, but we didn't see that. Oh, that's right. Town centers, of course, cost stone as well. That's why we didn't see the 3rd town center come out right away. And look at the resources. ACCM with tons of food. Does he have those fishing ships? That is the 4th town center of ACCM. So we'll have 3 against 4 shortly. And Liereyy has a slight villager lead at the moment. So the economy should be even up. ACCM once again having to deal with these tigers. Normally the Spanish don't have to deal with tigers, but they do on this map. And those fishing ships doing some long distance fishing. So right now, villagers 40, 41. The economy lead is definitely going to go to ACCM. Liereyy has the military lead, but will he be able to do anything with it? Only if he's able to get through these stone walls. That one might be able to be chopped down. I would attempt to chop that down. And I don't think that's open. Here comes some of those longbowmen. They have fletching already done. No, they don't. Sorry, that's the British bonus. And as time goes on, ACCM getting his economy even stronger. We now have 4 town centers for Liereyy too, so both players on 4 town centers. Looks like this game is going into the late game, so we'll probably see Halbs, Longbowmen, and Werewolf Trebuchets from Liereyy, and probably nothing else. ACCM, I can imagine, we'll see Paladin, Siege Ram, and Cannon. And Cannon to counter the Halbs. So those are probably going to be the combos. We'll see which one is going to prevail. P-tards being made from Liereyy. And this is why ACCM absolutely needed to wall behind this. Let's go to ACCM's point of view. Has not seen the castle. And has not seen the Longbowman, so doesn't know the urgency of needing to wall. This scout's staying far behind, so I think the scout should definitely be a little further. Still wouldn't have seen the Longbowman, but maybe would see the P-tards earlier. I'm gonna go gather that relic before it's too late. This could be some huge damage onto ACCM if he doesn't react to these P-tards extremely quickly. He's gonna need to pop up some stone walls, maybe a quick gate in both these areas to prevent these longbows from getting in. And if they get in, might be a good game. Might be a good game. Castle coming up pretty soon for ACCM and Liereyy. Skirms are not really that strong, so I would go with a gold unit to start things off with. You want the strongest unit possible. 3 P-tards. Going to batter that down, and there's still 1 left. Here's that scout. Oh, where's the quick reaction from ACCM? Quick reaction is a castle. Going to want as many villagers as possible building that, because here comes those longbowmen. Is this Komodo dragon going to slow down these longbowmen? Here comes the gate. That is going to slow down this longbowman a little bit. Gate's done right there. It's not done right there, and we have the scout of Liereyy going to prevent that wall off. Now we have a siege workshop coming down. For ACCM, Megadolls are not that good against longbowmen. ACCM going into the Imperial Age. So this area is safe, but this area is very vulnerable. And these fishing ships are all very vulnerable. This villager is a dead one. These villagers might be dead as well. Look at that range. So far, the damage is not that big. ACCM, is he preparing stables yet? Not quite yet. It's going to take some time. I'm going to build a watchtower, securing this area. And let's go over to Lierey's point of view. Oh. There we go. Lierey's point of view. So I hasn't seen that dock quite yet, but we'll see it shortly, or should. Maybe Lierey's not going to find it. There you go. You can see the dock right now. And we'll be sending a few of these longbowmen over there. As we said before, Megadol's not very good against longbowmen. Oh, but got 3 of them. That is a little surprising. And actually going to go into Elite Skirmisher right away instead of Paladin. And certainly Liereyy was expecting Paladin because he's researching the pikeman upgrade, adding a lot of barracks. Sometimes this is about a little bit of luck. And ACCM going to go Elite Skirmisher, which obviously counters the Halb and the longbowmen. But wouldn't be the option that I would have gone for. Option I would have gone for, of course, would have been a worse option. Right now, economy's a little bit ahead for Liereyy. Of course, these skirmishers, they'll have to get... They have all the attack upgrades. They still need the armor. The armor is going to be essential. Oh, Megadol, shoot, 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 shoot. Not even going to shoot once. But that allows the skirmishers to close the distance. And this is a good trade. Sort of. Not really. Again, those armors will have to be researched. And Liereyy walling that off. That's so smart. If Liereyy could just push in a little bit, clean up the army, and just push in a little bit with the castle, that'll be game. That'll be game for Liereyy. Certainly no need for any pikemen right now. But does need a counter to these skirmishers. And, is this where we're going to see Werewolf Trebuchets? No, we're just going to see a lot of upgrades on the longbow for now. Are we going to see Ram? Onager? A lot of options here to counter the skirmishers. But which one will be the best one? I don't think we'll see Elite Cannon Galleon anytime soon right now. But that would be... Actually, though, maybe. That would be interesting. I don't know. I can't really say. Right now, Liereyy capped at 140 pop. Not too good. Trying to work his way over to that gold. Only needs to cut through one tile. And ACCM can technically access this gold. Man, what a good choice from ACCM to go into lead skirm. And Liereyy not making a counter to it. I guess the counter is going to be Siege Ram or Capped Ram, and that works. But it's kind of us inviting ACCM to go into Paladin now. ACCM's actually just going to go into Capped Ram of his own. So this is one big thing that separates like a intermediate player from an expert player. There's a lot of options to counter these units. What is the correct option? What's the one that's going to give you the best advantage? And choosing between Paladin and Capped Ram, it's going to be Capped Ram for now for ACCM. Is that with the current balance changes via Carnage? All of these maps are with different balance changes to Cannon Galleons, so I'm not sure. I really have no clue. ACCM researching Siege Ram. Liereyy going into Light Cav. And if Liereyy can afford it, Light Cav is going to shred this army. There you go, Cannon Galleon. Maybe ACCM does know his stuff for this map. Is that what the balance changes? Carnage? I have to know what those changes. Alright, Siege Ram done for ACCM. Britons, of course, don't get Siege Ram. That's a lot of Siege Rams. Do we have any Light Cav out yet? I have 3 built. And any stables? Alright, we have 4 stables in the back. They're pumping Light Cav. And ACCM now researching scale barding armor. Maybe thinking about Paladin. Sappers for Liereyy. Sappers. What the hell is Sappers for? What the hell is Sappers researched for?
Mandatum.
The Sappers does 2 things. It makes villagers have a lot more attack versus buildings. And also means that your villagers can cut down trees with 1 hit, which is a little known fact.
Mandatum.
What the hell is that upgrade for? That's 400 food and 200 gold, I think. Oh man. Maybe it was it must have been a misclick. And it researches so quickly you couldn't cancel it. I have no clue. The Trebuchet setting up shop on these castles. Light Cav doing their job, and Light Cav are going to clean up all of these skirmishers. ACCM was not expecting this at all. Now building stables of his own. Most of the Light Cav actually going down, I guess, to the Conquistadors. Maybe it's the Cannon Galleons. Elite Cannon Galleons done. Oh shit! This is Spanish. Spanish Cannon Galleons, of course. No, Sappers was made by Liereyy, not by ACCM. That's the funny thing. Oh man, these cannon galleons are deadly. That's why Spanish was picked on this map, I bet you. Man, what a funny tournament. Funny settings. Maybe the Spanish cannon galleons are gonna counter the longbowmen. Maybe that's the that's what I missed here. And they do a lot of damage versus Rams too. How are you gonna push this? How are you gonna push cannon galleons? Alright, perhaps players have figured out how to break this map, and maybe Spanish might be the only dominant civilization here. They might be too OP. They might be. Got 150 HP, 45 attack, 8 -2, so 6 pierce armor and 15 range. Oh my god. Oh my god, if you're Liereyy, close this game out right now. What unit do you use to counter cannon galleons? What do you use? Maybe use halves? Holy crap. I am really scared of this. I am really scared of these cannon galleons. Jesus. There we go, Supremacy coming for ACCM. Liereyy now doing Halb. I think Halb would be the best option. Or Werewolf. You can try Werewolf Trebuchets. We haven't seen those yet. Let these cannon galleons deal with things. Man. Longbowman's coming up, trying to snipe down the cannon galleons. The funny thing is the cannon galleons actually have more range than the elite longbowman. There's no unit on land that has more range than the elite longbowman. Now we finally have the counter to that. It's not even close. It's elite. It's more range by far. It's 15 versus 12. Alright, this has got to be game for Liereyy. He's chosen the superior Civ, obviously. Oh my god. This is so ridiculous. Guard tower now coming up. All you need is like trash, guard tower, and cannon galleon. That's all you need. Alright, let's see them go to work on these longbowmen. There's that first guard tower. Of course, these Spanish villagers are going to get that guard tower up. Nice and easy. This is impossible. Oh, I'd like to see Werewolf Trebuchets. Do they... I'd have to see it. So Werewolf Trebuchets would have... I don't know. A Trebuchet would have 16 range. The cannon galleons would have 15 range. I assume so. But I'd have to see the blast damage, of course, in action. Town Patrol coming in for ACCM so we can see even more. There's no way to win this. My Britons. I think it's partially because Liereyy wanted to see the Werewolf Trebuchets, but we never got there. Is ACCM Vietnamese? Yes, he's a Vietnamese player. Alright, we're coming towards the end of the game here. And it's not even that many cannon guns, it's only 5. Boy, do they have an effect. Keep done, Aerosling's being done. Here comes this cannon gun. Shoot the longbowman, please. Here they go. I'm gonna shoot the trebs, actually. And they destroy the trebs immediately. So quickly. Oh my gosh. Alright, so this is coming towards the end of the game. I hope you enjoyed this, this kind of game, because you're never going to see a game like this. Oh my god. Even the Viper wouldn't be able to go against this. Oh my god, Koreans with turtle ships? Jesus. Can you imagine that? Siege workshops being added. There is no hope for this game. I don't know why Liereyy has not seen this. There is no hope at all. Here comes another push of siege rams. I like how we're doing okay. The problem is the Britons don't have really good cavalry. They don't get bloodlines. They don't get hussar. So these light cav are even dying to the skirms. And I think this is gonna be the last fight of the game before we see GG coming in. And nice job from ACCM building more production buildings close to his opponent. My god. It's still only 5 cannon galleons. They just haven't died. And you can repair them as well. They just won't die. Anything else going on? Some relics for Liereyy. And just a big mess in the middle. Kind of looks like Lierey's pushing back. Kind of. I think that ACCM's just got to get a big shot on these longbowmen. That's it. I don't know. As far as gold efficiency goes, I don't know. Lierey's mining more gold. ACCM still has not gotten to this gold. He'll get to it pretty soon. Hasn't gotten to this gold either. For at least late game, ACCM should have a lot more gold that he's not had to spend on units. All he's spending is basically on trash. Maybe some stone for the keeps. Liereyy is kind of pushing back a bit. Really shouldn't be. This army for ACCM is clearly superior. And I think now would be a good time. So ACCM is going to move in and kill all the trebs. And it's going to be a big disheartening moment for Liereyy. Oh man! ACCM going back! Maybe these longbowmen, there's just too good micro for Liereyy. Micro is too good. Using these towers, it kind of hurts. It's a lot of stone. Okay, but ACCM's gonna clean up the meat shield. Now ACCM can push back. Give him some cannon galleons some room. I hope he builds more. Not really building too many. Big problem for ACCM. Why aren't you mining these golds? You have 2 golds you have access to, and you're not mining them. But perhaps that's the reason we don't see more cannon galleons. But you have those 2 golds. Why not mine them? And there's this 3rd gold here. ACCM has access to a lot of gold, but is not really mining any of it. Let's check the relics. Castles. PC's relics 2 to 3, so pretty even. Yeah, more cannon galleons, please. I agree. Population is 180 to 190. Now 200 for Liereyy. ACCM's got to step up his population. Alright, is mining that gold, though. And he's going to mine that gold in the top. So I think with that, Liereyy, ACCM is going to have the strong army. He's got so much food, so much wood in the bank. He just needs a little gold. I think with that, his army quality is going to go way up. Actually adding some galleons. Army quality is about to go way up right now. Now that he has access to gold, and now he's going to be able to finish this game. But if he doesn't, I might be a little worried. He has 100% accuracy and splash damage, so you get 2 for 1. I'm surprised we haven't seen Werewolf yet. Gotta know, Liereyy knows how strong that tech is. I guess doesn't want to not build Longbowmen to build Trebs. Only has 2 castles. Some help from Liereyy as well. You know, it's a late game when both players are researching town patrol. Shipwright coming in from ACCM. Oh my gosh. Why not? The cannon galleon's friendly fire? I don't think so. Honestly, we're never in a position to tell. I don't think they do. It would be so hard to do that anyway with the Spanish cannon galleons. Man, what a crazy game. Okay, here's the big push from ACCM. Now ACCM's at 200 pop and Lierey's at 180. And this has to be it. Okay. We have 1,300 gold in the bank for ACCM. Still mining tons of gold left to be mined. Liereyy is out of gold, officially. Yeah, I see no other gold. But Liereyy is trying to chop through and could get a good raid. He just needs one more piece. There you go, one more piece, and now he's through. But look at the front. The front is, of course, more important. I don't see a lot of units coming from Liereyy through that side. And ACCM does have a little bit of gold in the bank, so that's not going to hurt too much raiding that 1 gold. What's more important is pushing in through the front. But now there's no more army for ACCM, they all died. And they're not able to be replenished fast enough. No units are building for ACCM right now. He's got 5,000 food in the bank. He needs more military production buildings. He needs way more military production buildings. And big raid from Liereyy. So if ACCM had more military production buildings, I think he would have won it. Needs 10 more stables, 10 more barracks, bunch more docks, more siege workshops. Let's get those pumping. Quick reaction from ACCM sending Hussars over. Hussar, of course, beat Light Cav. Now we have some Hounds being mixed in from Liereyy. Krebs are going after the galleons. Oh, look at that! That siege ram got through. Killed 2 Trebs. That Treb's got to go down. Just right-click with the cannon galleons. And it looks like that is being cleaned up a little bit. Lierey's going to need some siege to push in this area. You have that castle defending. A lot of Hussar there. But now Lierey's gained some ground. We're in a typical Black Forest game. One side pushes, the other side pushes. Back and forth. See how these galleons do. They do pretty okay, actually. Then again, these light covers just so weak in general. But I think these galleons are doing pretty okay. They have pretty low pierce armor, but they shouldn't be within range of the longbowmen, ideally. taking a look at the resources, still tons of gold for ACCM. ACCM's now cleaned this up, and now ACCM could go back through the opposite direction. Try to raid. Let's see ACCM do that. It's kind of sitting there. Of course, being repaired. No, cannon galleons can't cut. This gold. How much gold's left on the map? 4,000 gold, and I think all of that belongs. All of that belongs to ACCM. I still think this is ACCM's game. I think if ACCM cleaned up any of this army, Liereyy would have such a hard time replacing it. Whereas ACCM can replace his army. What's going on down here? Just tons of halbs. Isidor's to help with the halbs. Nice choke point for them. And I think ACCM should go back for the time being and try to regroup his army. These onagers can do some big damage to these ships. Where are the cannon galleons? We need more cannon galleons. Should be 100% cannon galleons. Little gold there. 700 gold, actually. I don't know why Liereyy hasn't mined that already. Now ACCM can go raid, but is choosing to attack the mining camp instead. What's the relic count? The relic count is 2 for ACCM and 3 for Liereyy. Liereyy making some progress, but it's not going to be able to get anything tangible unless he can raid or take down one of these castles. And I imagine this force is going to go down unless ACCM is going to support this with more troops. There's that gate. As far as cost, I think cannon galleons are pretty expensive. You might have to kill maybe 4 longbowmen to pay off the cost of a cannon galleon. I would just guess that. We're very much in late game Black Forest. Oh my gosh. Some Husks are getting through, but they'll get cleaned up by the castle. KD right now is pretty even, surprisingly. And we're certainly not seeing the unit compositions I thought we would. Oh, I tried to turn off all the commands for the raffle. I'm sorry about that. There actually isn't a raffle I have open. Sorry about that. I'm such a noob streamer. Sorry to disappoint you. But, yeah. So this game is still fairly even. How, I don't know. Man, ACCM, just add more cannon galleons. That's all we need. More cannon galleons. And more production buildings. Still need to add more production buildings. So all this area right here should be stables. Have more siege workshops. More archery ranges. More barracks. Tons of production everywhere. And ACCM sending some units down. He could get a siege ram or 2 in here and clean this up. That would be great. This has to be it, right? We've been talking how Liereyy can't really replace his troops. I think his longbowmen are definitely whittled down. He's only got 3 trebuchets left. Has no onagers left. There's no gold in the bank. Liereyy unable to mine this gold. And actually ACCM might try to mine that gold. That is so valuable. 800 gold. Liereyy still has access to this gold. Still mining this one. 300 gold left there. like both trebs will go down. Come on. Come on, just some more cannon galleons. That's all we want to see. More cannon galleons, and I think that'll be it. Looks like Lierey's attempting another cut. The first cut went well until it backfired. And now ACCM doing a great job adding some military production here. Add some siege workshops as well, and then take over that gold. Alright, Trebuchet is set up. I think it's set up on the castle. It is, yeah. So with that castle going down, I think that'll be the game. Oh, it is within range of this Treb, though. Don't need Trebs, you just need cannon galleons. Why do you need Trebs? Cannon galleons are so much more versatile. Oh, did he lose the relics? I don't think so. The monastery's up in the north. There's one right there. Let's check the overlay. Relics, it's 1 to 2. Yeah, you're right. Did lose the relics. I missed that. Where did the relics go? I think, oh! Can use capture age. And it shows the relics somewhere on the map. It's the big squares, I think. Is it? Oh, I have no clue. Alright, somehow this was not successful. Need more cannon galleons. There's only one there. Alright, ACCM cleaning this up. ACCM gaining some map control, little by little. And Longbowman getting so much value out of them. Never saw Paladin in this game. I thought Paladin would have been a gimme. The Spanish. Not this game. Still 700 gold right there. Please take that. ACCM's gonna take it. Nice. And with that extra gold, you'll be able to add even more ships. And look at this path that was made. We had some ratings from Liereyy, but didn't look too successful. Liereyy didn't really raid with too many, and now ACCM's trying to counterattack a bit. But we have that gate up. ACCM, of course, never researching Onager, can't cut. Unless he wants to cut with Trebs. Now 4Ram's gonna batter that down. Now these Longbowmen kind of have to be in 2 positions at once. They have to defend the north and the south. That is gonna be harder. Look at the pop for Liereyy. Lierey's only at 150 pop. And ACCM really giving Liereyy some trouble in this series. Oh, this is unfortunate. Come on, shoot, 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 shoot! Shoot! Oh, this is gonna go down. All of this getting cleaned up. Once this is open, then ACCM can start to raid from this bottom side. Ideally, ACCM should hit from both sides. Let's see what happens. And what Liereyy wants to clean up one side at a time. And ACCM actually might be going with the Hussar at the perfect time. Maybe not. So the Light Cavalry are going to come back to clean it up. And the wall is not down quite yet, so that's going to be a waste of Hussar. More barracks being made. This is open. Perhaps Liereyy could just clean up the south right now, and this would be the perfect time for ACCM to push in the north, but he's not really doing so. And this is a substantial loss to ACCM. This is a lot of gold units in this army composition. Should run away with the Conquistadors. Those are very valuable. Some of them will die. Some of them will get away. 400 gold left on that gold mine. Now ACCM is pushing on the top, but he should have done that together. And not too much coordination from ACCM. Not the greatest play from ACCM in this very late game. Now ACCM's kind of replenishing down in the south, but now the north is going to get cleaned up, and these are all wasted resources. Castle still stands. ACCM is going to have to rebuild and retry it, this push. Walls are being rebuilt, they'll be re-torn down, and probably the longbowmen will come back to deal with this. Unless they're going to continue to push here. Cannon Galleon is going to be wasted. How much gold is left to be mined? We have 900 gold left. And again, that'll all go to ACCM. Let's check the relics again, see if players have picked up any. Relics, it's 4-1. Now its tables have turned. ACCM has more long-term gold. And still, you'd have to think ACCM would win this. The Spanish have better trash units. They have better Hussar than the British. Spanish also have better ships. The Spanish also have more map... the Spanish player, ACCM, has more map control. They have siege ram. And you'd have to think they'd win. But it's so much about the player as well. Plays the player makes. ACCM going to clean up that first line. Going to try to get to the second line, but we have more hounds coming in. Up in the north, this is the perfect time for ACCM to push. Actually, though, look at this. Just enough range to clean up that gate. Seems GG because of the gold he lost to the ACCM. Probably. Walls are doing some good. Hussar cannot get into the economy. Nice base design from Liereyy. Very nice base design. And Liereyy defended in the south. As long as Liereyy can defend one side at a time, should be able to survive. How Liereyy wins this, I don't know. But is able to survive for now. And push that KD well over to 1,000 kills. $330 gold in the bank for ACCM. 500 gold left to be mined on the map. Loving the capture age. Looks like ACCM once again will try for the south. All he needs to do is push simultaneously in the north and the south. Adding these siege workshops will help a lot, of course. But ACCM still needs to add more military production. He's had the same buildings. And look at this rally point. He's had the same buildings for the last probably 45 minutes, hour of game time. Liereyy just has to focus on one place, so of course he's going to win that battle. When half the army of ACCM is south, and some of it is in the base of ACCM. It's no wonder why Liereyy wins this battle. And most of these longbowmen have been alive for probably most of this game. ACCM trying as best he can to whittle down these longbow numbers, but not really being successful. Now ACCM's going to attack in the south, but he has no rams. Has no rams to push with. Has to wait for this one to be built. And I think all of these battles that Liereyy has taken clearly reflects in the KD. 1,200 to 1,000 kills. Yeah, if ACCM can take down the castle, of course it'll be a big victory for him. Doesn't need trebuchets, maybe can get those rams under it. This is vulnerable. What ACCM should definitely at least put a gate there. Why not put a gate? Don't want the light cap to run in. Of course, you have the castles too, and these are Spanish supremacy bills, but still, why take chances? You don't have to. All right, Lierey's gonna come south with the longbowman and defend one side once again. He certainly has room to breathe in the north. Oh, Liereyy gonna defend the south side, and I bet you he'll win it. Because half of ACCM's army is in the north. Maybe ACCM should just abandon this west side, the south side, if he can't get his armies to attack at the same time. And we officially have almost no gold left to be mined. There's 92 gold. Where that gold is, I have no clue. Oh, there it is. Almost no gold left. But 4 relics for ACCM, 1 for Liereyy. Better units for ACCM, in my opinion. More map control from ACCM. He should win this game, and he should have won this game a while ago, but still hasn't. I just don't like the military tactics from ACCM. Once again, ACCM is going to rebuild in the south and rebuild in the north, but I don't think he'll win this until he's going to be able to attack at the same time. That's really all he has to do. Villager killing 2 Komodo dragons is a hero. What the hell? Why would you... Okay, so going to prepare a northern push. Look at how that tiger runs. It's so funny. Kind of cute. Not very threatening. Where's he going? Oh, he's going for that villager, but the castle's going to shoot it, I bet. Actually, the villager's... Oh, it's a Spanish villager. I know who you messed with. And now this villager will probably be idle for the rest of the game. Alright, Lierey's going to push north. What is happening in the south? ACCM's going to push. Probably directing Liereyy to come back to the south. Maybe, maybe not. How many longbows do we have? We have 31. We have some rams now. Liereyy definitely had to save up for a while to get these rams. That is a lot of gold. This push is going nowhere. Alp's gonna hunt Garrison. Take care of the light cav. Alright, well, this ram's definitely gonna get through. At the expense of losing some ground in the north. Trebuchets might park themselves on the castle. Or this castle in the south. This could be a significant win for Liereyy if he's able to take out one of these castles. We have rams going to threaten in the north as well. Again, focus on one side. Liereyy just focus on the middle. And now ACCM is through. The longbowmen, of course, are stuck in the north. Is Liereyy going to come back? The Hussar are through, but the quick gates keeps the Hussar out of the main economy of Liereyy. And there's the cleanup. Longbowmen still can work over here. Take out the gold units of ACCM, and I think maybe Liereyy might win this. Liereyy might win this. Just through better late game play. Some poor tactics of ACCM. And it's really just based off the execution. I think every advantage should go to ACCM this game. And yet Liereyy wins it. And yet Liereyy is pushing. Liereyy took down 1 castle of ACCM. He take down the 2nd and 3rd castle now. And I would have never thought Liereyy would have won this game. There's no reason he should have won this game. He has less relics, has the inferior tech, did not have the map control. No reason for Liereyy to win this game other than some really great play from him. And there's another castle going down for ACCM. 1 more castle left to be taken down. Just ACCM could never get a good raid. Could never attack with his army at both spots. Always one army after another. And those trebs are going to park themselves on that castle. KD heavily in favor of Liereyy. I wouldn't say heavily, but definitely in favor. ACCM still has that hole open, but can't do anything with it. There's no more gold, no more siege to take out the castles. One militia. How far can this one militia go? Not too far. Alright, let's see if ACCM is going to be able to stabilize. Gonna lose the castle. 3 castles down for ACCM. That's what I said, Jackster. Jackster? Jack? Is that how you pronounce it? Alright, so this is probably going to be Lierey's win. Liereyy doesn't even have to worry about the south. There's no siege to take out the castles. There's no siege, there's nothing to worry about. And the Hussar can't get in anyway because it's all walled up. So Liereyy, just focus on this one area. Micro the hell out of your longbowmen. And if you could start taking out military production and the monastery, be a good game. Population 175 to 185. ACCM does have 10 more population. Does have a faster reinforce time. So maybe ACCM will be able to stabilize and keep this game going in late game. He still has those advantages we talked about earlier. I wouldn't say he has the map control anymore, but he definitely has the relics. Still probably has the better tech, but these longbowmen are doing quite a bit. This game can go on for another hour easily, yes. It can also end in the next 5 minutes. There's the excitement. And which one those will be, I think this game will end in the next 5 minutes. I see a lot of reinforcements from Liereyy. Liereyy should definitely come forward with more villagers and build military production in this area. He's starting to build a little bit there. There's no way I'm pronouncing that. Are these boats nerfed? Yes, they are nerfed. What a crazy game. Unless you're gonna go for the trebuchets. We got at least one. And I think ACCM might be able to stabilize. I don't see the reinforcements from Liereyy. They're taking way too long to get over here. Oh my god. Nice pick. Nice hit. These trebuchets obviously have Warwolf. They must have had it for some time. I noticed they were very accurate, but I just didn't see the research come in. Nothing happening here. That's a waste of population space is what that is. It's too bad these British light cav are so weak. We've seen so many of them this game. Alright, longbowmen gonna get up. That means they're serious. Liereyy hitting. No, not really, no. 150 versus 160 population, so still pretty even. Did Liereyy build any more production buildings? Still working on it, still building more production buildings very slowly. And finally, ACCM going to be able to take out that monastery, which houses 2 relics. Some purple in the south, but again, no siege, so these castles should do the job. Even a hand cannon here. It must have been a misclick. Why would you build a hand cannon? What a waste of gold. And it looks like Lierey's finally through. Liereyy should be able to kill all of these villagers. They are Spanish villagers, so it might take a little bit of time. If Lierey's thinking about it, probably should go after these relics right away, because what if you lose this position? As long as you have the relics, you should be alright. That's basically what this game is. It's a mission to gather the relics now. Where's this villager going? ACCM should suicide as soon as to kill the longbowmen. He's clean afterwards with some Ravency villagers. Oh, that's interesting. Kind of hard. It's hard to get to the longbowmen. That is kind of the game. Alright, so I think this has got to be it. GG. After an hour and 51 minutes, there's the GG. ACCM with a lot of advantages this game. Advantages which, of course, he earned. He earned those. He earned the map control. Picked the better civilization. Played this game probably better in the Dark Age. Had a little bit of a weird build. All those things he earned. And then Liereyy earned the victory in the very end game there. So good play from both players. ACCM, definitely, as we mentioned before, giving Liereyy a run for his money. Taking these games to the late Imperial Age. But from there, Liereyy taking 2 points and only needs one more to have his first victory in the Swiss stage. See you in the next game. Hello everyone, and welcome to the third game in the series between ACCM and Liereyy. Score currently is 2 for Liereyy and 0 for ACCM. Although ACCM, these last two games, took the games into very late game and looked like he had a very good shot at winning each of those games. Maybe we'll see a comeback from ACCM. This is his home map choice, of course. This is Bog Arabia. Let me check that I make sure I turn off the other music in case. Yeah, looks like it did. And let's check out the civilizations. We have Vikings for ACCM in the bottom right, and on top left we have Liereyy playing as the Aztecs. This is a beautiful map, by the way, I have to add. Look at all the flowers and the gold and the stone and the berries and the fruit bushes and the deer and the rhino and the little fish jumping out. This is a great, beautiful map. What's happening over here? Looks like Lierey's going to try to steal these buffalo. Looks like might be successful. Remember, the Eagle Warrior is stronger than the Scout Cavalry. Although the Scout is faster. And actually, ACCM killing his own buffalo to make sure that Liereyy doesn't get them. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Liereyy not finding 4 of his own buffalo. ACCM not finding the 2 other buffalo. We'll see what happens here. This can go either way. Let's talk a little about the civilizations. The Vikings are a pretty good arena civilization because their boom is so strong. As well, Berserks are pretty good in a lot of situations. The Aztecs are such a good arena civilization because they have a good economy. And they have some of the best monks in the game, with their monks having more HP. ACCM trying to steal those, but these are Lierey's buffalo, I think. A lot of buffalo. And ACCM's actually going to try to kill these as well. But that scout is getting pretty low. Ideally, it shouldn't die because it is faster than the eagle, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. There's the tech on cows. Oh, funny one. Someone knows their monk techs, huh? And, okay, ACCM fighting these buffalo over there. So it's going to bring those 3 in. Buffalo, I think, do they have 100 food or 150? 150 food, so that's a lot of food. There's a lot of food on this map. Very, very unusual map. And ACCM going to find that one last second. Probably going to try to kill that. Kind of hard to do so. Oh! Ooh! Ooh! ACCM fighting these buffalo. Gonna find one of them. Why not find the others? There's more than one. Let's go to ACCM's point of view. Yeah, didn't find the others. Just gonna hide that one. That is a big miss. Could have found the other 3 buffalo. And gotten at least a few of them. There's 2 buffalo in the south. I have no clue who has more buffalo overall, but it looks like ACCM has quite a few. Liereyy has quite a few as well. So both players should have enough food. A lot of villagers in that one lumber camp. That's a little messy. Not too good. A lot of villagers on this one too, and that's not too good either. A lot of wood coming in for both players. We have a dock for Liereyy. Good play. These are deep fish. And a dock for ACCM as well. Mirror moves. And what the heck is the strategy going to be in Castle Age? I have to assume Castle Age. Probably won't be seeing any tower rushes. What I could imagine monks for Liereyy. I think monks should be able to counter any ships. If it's monks, what do you do for ACCM? ACCM, I think, might be best to boom. To... I don't want to say scouts as the Vikings. Go maybe archers? I think Liereyy has the civ advantage, particularly with this balance. Of course, ACCM's, I have to mention that his docks and his ships are going to be cheaper. Playing as the Vikings, maybe it'll be longboats. Longboats probably can take out monks. I hope the longboats have been nerfed as well. Have the longboats been nerfed? With other ships? Oh god. Alright, so ACCM taking 10 stone for reasons I don't know. He's just a misclick. What can you do with 10 stone? Liereyy going over to gold as well. Loom already done for Liereyy. Loom being done for ACCM. I would have waited to do Loom. I don't see why it's necessary, but okay. Wait till at least after you click up to Feudal Age. ACCM clicking up first off of 25 villagers. Should be enough with those extra fishing ships too. And unfortunately, this lumber camp not being rebuilt. That's a lot of villagers for one lumber camp. More villagers going on gold for Liereyy. This is 4 villagers on gold now. That's pretty classic of a monk rush. We can expect a monk rush from Liereyy. ACCM, I'm not quite sure. ACCM's going to have more than enough gold. I assume we'll build the buildings with those gold miners. And this looks to be a better time to go up to the Castle Age for ACCM. So last game, Liereyy went up in a much better time. ACCM might be in a better time this game. Here we go, Market Blacksmith. Not going to be built with those gold miners, interestingly. Interesting for me. I don't know about you guys. What do we got here? We got Market Blacksmith. Guarantee we'll see monks from Liereyy. And I think we'll see longboats from ACCM. I hope so anyway. Who still has more water buffalo? We have 5 for ACCM. And less for Liereyy, so maybe ACCM won that battle. The Battle of the Buffalo. More villagers going to gold. We have 3 villagers going to wood over here. Maybe they'll build a new lumber camp. I assume so. Yeah, there you go. New lumber camp. So a lot on wood and gold for Liereyy. No villagers on food, basically. Just a few. That's a lot of food for Liereyy. Lierey's actually got way too much food. Unless Lierey's gonna go for some sort of fast end play. What? This is way too much food. Of course you have the market to sell it. Meanwhile, ACCM also gonna have a lot of food. What's nice for ACCM, he'll have that handcart upgrade done already. Here comes that dock. What's with that bar? Oh, it's following like the... I think it's following like the, yeah, what are those? Pelicans?
Yeah.
Not the case with this one. It's funny. Weird visual glitch. Alright, there we go. Castle Age. We have one fire galley here for Liereyy. I wasn't expecting that. Fletchy coming in right away for ACCM. Where is it? There we go. Longboats being built. Both saw for both players. Actually, loom being done now for ACCM, that's really good for his economy to have delayed loom for this entire time. Monastery and... yeah, 2 monasteries coming up for Liereyy. Not a matchup we get to see every day. It's going to be Aztec monks versus Viking longboats. And both players know it. I'll take the longboats. Ooh, unfortunate. Scout's gonna go down. And it looks like the longboats have been nerfed as well. They have reduced pierced armor. I assume they build slower, but they build pretty fast. Alright, let's see if Lierey's going to be able to collect these relics. Where are these relics anyway? We have one on the right. One over on the left. That's 2, 3, 4. 5 is hidden from me. And ACCM killing the scout, gonna kill the fire galley. And actually, I bet you these longboats will be able to take down this wall pretty quick too. And Lierey's staying at home, not even gonna go for those relics. And gonna go for that fast imp, so that's what all that food was for. I don't know if this was an intentional strategy or Liereyy just had so much food left over. I decided to go for the strategy. But what can you get with a Aztec Fast Imperial? Well, you can get a lot of monk technologies, which will really boost the HP of these monks. You can get the block printing upgrade for the extra 3 range, theocracy, or the the monks don't lose all their faith all at once. Their faith will regenerate faster. Those are the big ones. However, this wall is going down quite fast. And I think that Lierey's going to have to maybe wall or has to do something. I'm going to try to defend with monks. They have 50 HP and 9 range. These guys have 8 range. So if Liereyy plays this right, should be able to at least defend his wall. But instead, Lierey's actually going to go around and try to get the big play and try to get most of these those ships converted. ACCM's kind of trapped. All right, we're going to have to see a fight. They're all targeting onto 1. Now they're targeting onto 3. And boy, they survived that big shot. This is a huge loss. Huge loss for Liereyy. And suddenly they're all green. Should have deleted them all. But here comes some more. But some of these monks still have faith. Great monk micro from Liereyy. And only 2 monks going down. And there's that Imperial Age. Block printing coming in right away. That was a very bad fight for ACCM to take. Nice move by Liereyy by cutting off those longboats. And but not paying attention. And some of these monks still don't have faith. Gonna pick off as many as possible. Gonna pick off the monks that have the faith. So smart. Gonna kill so many monks. Try to kill that one next. There you go. Good play from ACCM. Killing all those monks before they got their faith back. Now there's no monks left for Liereyy. This is going to really slow down Lierey's push. And ACCM should be able to clean up these longboats. I thought that would have been a disaster from ACCM, and what a great play. ACCM moving in on the monks before the monks' faith recharged. Oh man, that really saved ACCM. That really saved them. Oh man, before all those upgrades came in as well. What is the economies like at both these players' bases? 3 town centers for ACCM. He has that handcart upgrade, of course. Working his way towards a castle. A castle counters any sort of monk pressure. And I think that game might have been won for ACCM in that one move. But ACCM still is going to have to defend against these super strong monks. They have that extra 3 range now. 5 more HP than before. ACCM still booming away. 20 Vil advantage for ACCM. Fervor now coming in. Make the monks move faster. Illumination to make their faith regenerate faster. Here going outside with the fishing ships. They're no use inside the base. There's no more fish. Alright guys, what's the current score? You can do !! score in the chat to find the score. It is 2-0 for Liereyy. Might not be after this game. Definitely not going to be after this game. Here's the castle for ACCM. If you can get that position up, that'll be great. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I didn't see Theocracy come in. I'm not sure if that's in. Let's see. Few conversions coming off. It's so great these longboats have all these extra arrows. They can go everywhere. Hit multiple targets, I think. This castle might be able to get up. Is this a miscalculation from ACCM? Looks to be a horrible miscalculation from ACCM. And that castle might get up. May or may not get up. Funny thing is the monks aren't able to heal the ships. Like they typically would be able to heal their units they convert. Castle is up. I think that was a big miscalculation from ACCM though. Lost a lot of galleys. But there's the Imperial Age for ACCM, and that castle is going to really lock down a lot of this map. And a good economy behind this for ACCM. Not that good, but certainly a lot better than Lierey's. Oh, Liereyy had enough stone for a castle too, so Lierey's going to try to tread this castle down. We'll have a good time advantage for that. Hey, gonna go with some demos. Demos might be able to counter the monks. Trebuchet coming out right away for Liereyy. Not a repeat of game 1 where it took forever for Liereyy to get the trebuchets out. He's gonna get them right away. ACCM going to War Galley. Oh, I think that's for the demos. That's definitely for the demos. I don't think one demo can kill these monks, though. I think you can need a few. Alright, so this castle for ACCM should go down pretty quickly. I wonder if ACCM is going to repair it. He is. It's going to take at least 2 trebs to kill this castle. Here comes the second treb of Liereyy. Let's see how much of this castle these villagers can repair before the second one deploys. Not that much. Here's the second treb. And another 3 conversions for Liereyy. Alright, bracer being done. That will definitely help ACCM. I don't know if he has enough. I don't know if he has enough. I don't know if his economy's strong enough. Gonna build trebuchet from that castle, but it's 3 against 1. 3 demos out. I don't think the... No, I think the Vikings do get heavy demo, but they're gonna waste them. Gonna waste them. Oh, this is so micro-intensive. Liereyy can't possibly micro the longboats and the monks at the same time. One of them's gonna get by. Still a good trade for ACCM, in my opinion. Still good for ACCM. This is Bog Arena. This is the new arena. It's a new and improved arena. It's way better than the original arena. Masters of Arena 6 is definitely going to be on Bog Arena. Just saying. I don't get why ACCM didn't get Heresy. No, he didn't. He didn't get Heresy. No, didn't get Heresy yet. Maybe couldn't afford it. But Heresy would have been so good. Now Liereyy getting Redemption. Monks are beefy. Looks like it's going to be Lierey's game to lose. Oh, man. What is the play for ACCM? Just more longboats, I guess. Gonna get chemistry. They're gonna be even better against the monks. Of course, the monks have 5 more HP than last time. So you're gonna need a lot of longboats. But luckily, ACCM is really building as many as he can. I like that play with the demos. It's so hard to micro against the demos, against the longboats. Only using half the army. That is not a good fight. That's pretty obvious. That is a terrible fight to take through ACCM. 1 demo coming in. That was a pretty bad fight for ACCM to take. Still, as far as the economy goes, it's almost double the villagers for ACCM. But it's just giving up so many longboats. And Heresy would be such a game-changing technology right now. This is, again, another bad engagement. One demo coming in from the back. Getting an okay shot. Such a bad engagement. Liereyy has more longboats now. Alright, we have 14 longboats for Liereyy and now 9 only for ACCM. I think ACCM's got this game. We have Cap Ram coming from ACCM. That's not really going to do too well against the longboats, in my opinion. The longboats fire too many arrows. Oh, man. Alright, ACCM with 1,000 gold now. Are we going to see that Heresy tech? Does he even have a monastery? I don't think he has a monastery. Well, Titanic play. Yeah, it doesn't have a monastery. Score looks tough. Yeah, the score definitely favoring ACCM because of that big economy he has. Has 1,000 gold, still doesn't have enough for Heresy. Heavy demo. Heavy demo is the upgrade. 3 demos coming from the back. 1 dying immediately. Going for the trebuchets. Not gonna get them. Oh my god. Redemption is done, so these buildings will get converted. I'm sorry, Mr. GPN. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. Oh, this is too much. This is too much. Cover your eyes. ACCM building a castle in the north. There is some hope. I don't think the Aztecs get cannon galleon, so let's trebuchets take that out. Nice! Nice demo. Killing a few monks. Mongols are going to get converted. Now ACCM leaving. Oh, this is hilarious. Yep. All these games have been hilarious, except maybe game 1, which was just a really good game. No, I know they don't. Oh, but no heresy. No heresy for ACCM. This, of course, was ACCM's home map choice. With underperforming a little bit. Had one good engagement with those monks where it looked really good. And all downhill from there. Look at these wood lines. Oh my gosh. Now getting some of the archer upgrades. Probably going to be transitioning to Arbalest. Game's not over yet. I mean, look at the villager count. It's 51 to 115. And as well, Liereyy doesn't even have wheelbarrow. Doesn't even have the next wood upgrade. Doesn't have bowsaw. I can't call this game yet. Arbalest being made. Liereyy now gonna mine the stone. Oh gosh. So these longboats only have 1 armor. So the Arbalest should do some good damage against them. Here comes some demos. This is again a poor fight, I think, to take. Actually killing a lot of the longboats. Killing a lot of monks. Killing all the trebuchets. Oh my god. One more demo coming in. Gonna kill at least 1 more longboat, right? No, it gets converted. More monks coming in on the right. Watchtower coming in. Help defend, but it looks like more villagers will get converted. So pretty good fight for ACCM. If only he could kill all these monks, if only. Then he would win. For sure. There's still only 1 town center for Liereyy. Liereyy has no eco upgrades. Aside from the very, very basics. Raiding with monks. Alright, ACCM just needs 1 good battle. Come on, blow up! Oh, it didn't blow up! Here comes another. Two trebuchets set up in defense. That's a hard. This is pretty hard to break. Especially with Liereyy losing those longboats. This is pretty hard to break. I don't think Liereyy can break that. And with that said, if Liereyy can't break this, if Liereyy can't break ACCM, and ACCM is on double the villagers, more than double the villagers, with eco upgrades, how can ACCM lose this? Of course, we said that last game. We said, how can ACCM lose this with all those advantages? But you'd have to think ACCM would be able to take this game. Elite Skirmisher, Leather Archer armor coming in now. I think ACCM is really hurting on gold. He can't even take his... Well, he's taking his main gold now. Patch that hole up. Does this map have the same gold as Arena? I have no clue. There's only 8,000 gold left to be mined, so I would say it has less gold. That doesn't sound like a lot. Maybe, I don't know. Get some scouts. Scouts are so bad. Are so bad for the Vikings. I wouldn't even bother. These are Aztec monks. And no more stone. Gotta buy some stone. You have 1,800 wood to sell. Certainly you could buy 100 stone. And there you go. Bought the stone. Is it too little too late? It's too little too late. And Liereyy has broken the castle. Lost 2 trebs in the process. That is so many. This is 30 monks. This is again another, I think another bad, is it a bad fight? These skirms are killing the monks very slowly. I think if you're ACCM, just wait as long as possible to take these fights. Whether or not that was a good fight, a better one would have happened had you masked up a little bit longer. Full map control for Liereyy. However, ACCM is now fully boomed. Not taking any gold from what I can see. Well, taking a little bit down there. Look at the eco upgrade difference. We had hand cart, two-man saw, heavy plow, versus horse collar, bit axe, and no wheelbarrow. If you think about it, really, ACCM's economy is at least 3 times better than Lierey's. And actually, we could just check it out. What's the resources per minute? Oh. Here you go. Wood per minute, food per minute, gold per minute. It is over double. Let's take a look at these demos. Most of them getting converted. That was a big one. Wood per minute is over 3 times as much for ACCM. 3 times as much food per minute. 3 times as much gold per minute. So yeah, this is 3 times the economy for ACCM. And having twice the villagers. Now most of the monks are cleaned up. We went from 30 to 8. ACCM is still pumping. I don't even think Liereyy has gold. Does Liereyy have gold? Finding the gold on the left, but there's almost none there. He's trying to mine this gold. Malay with their demo ships. Interesting strategy. I wonder what arena players would think of this map. Well, we could ask one. Oh, arena with harbors. Oh god. Mr. GPN, I don't think you were here for last game, but last game was Spanish cannon galleons on Black Forest. You can imagine how that went. Alright, looks like ACCM has some momentum. Let's see if this guy can get converted. That range is insane. The monk is still going for it. He's dead. And this is going to be ACCM's victory. I'm going to call it. I don't think he's going to throw it like last game. I hope not. Castle coming up over on the left. Finally, ACCM is going to take a game against Liereyy. ACCM switching into men-at-arms because why not? Yeah, now it's kind of GG. I said that last game, of course, but come on. Look at the population difference. It's still growing. Crop rotation now coming for ACCM. And just look at the economy for ACCM. Some of it idle, but compared to Lierey's economy. Alright, I think Liereyy might hang in this game a little bit longer because he, of course, had that miraculous comeback in Game 2. Maybe he's thinking he can at least maybe try to do it again in Game 3. Liereyy has been trolling so much. When has he been trolling? He won last game. I don't think so. I haven't seen any trolls from Liereyy. Liereyy getting plate mail armor, thinks he could do something with these elite eagle warriors. Never too good when you're converting skirmishers. In this game, going full monk, but going full monk is not a troll. That's a really great strategy. And you saw how effective they have been. There you go, GG. And ACCM going to take its first game. Maybe we're going to see a big comeback from ACCM in the series. It's currently 1-2. First to 3 wins takes the series. See you in the next one. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to Game 4 in this epic series between ACCM and Liereyy. And I say epic because those last 3 games were pretty cool. Definitely saw some new strategies with this these crazy maps, with all this bog terrain and this new balance just for these maps in this tournament. Score currently is 2-1, a very even series, I have to say. Doesn't get much more even than this. ACCM's taken Liereyy to the Imperial Age in every game and taken one of these games from him. ACCM, of course, will have to win the next 2, and Liereyy will have to win one of the next 2. Advance to the next, to get 1 point, I suppose. In the Swiss stage, you need 3 to advance to the quarterfinals out of the 5 series. And this particular map, it looks like it is... Shoot, I think it's called Seize the Hump. There it is. Right there on the bottom left. Bog stupidity. Sorry, I laughed too hard at that. Oh, these log casts wind you down. Let's take a look at the civilizations. We have Liereyy playing as the Japanese and ACCM playing as the Celts. Pretty standard civilizations for this kind of map. Japanese get cheaper lumber camps, mining camps, mills. Gives them a good early game economy. They also have really good infantry, which is great for aggressive plays when you're going towards the middle. Good scouts too. And just as an added bonus, well, there's not going to be any fish on this map, but as an added bonus, their galleys will have extra line of sight. I don't know if that'll come into effect or not. But a pretty good overall civ, certainly a good rush civilization, good early game. Celts, pretty good overall economy with their lumberjacks working faster. Their infantry are also good with their militia, all their infantry moving 15% faster. Siege is great. Good late game civ. And, oh! I thought Liereyy was going to win that. ACCM wins that big advantage for him. Take a look at what Liereyy has seen. Liereyy has not found his opponent yet. He's found the landmass, but one thing he hasn't seen is the closest gold to him. This is the closest gold to him. You can only see this one. Maybe ACCM will go for that, maybe not. You certainly want that scout. Oh boy. Scouts can't really fight Japanese at all. I would say in an infantry battle, the Japanese definitely have an advantage. The Celts' movement speed can be quite useful in a Dark Age rush, though, to take the best engagement possible. Liereyy going to make use out of that 50% cheaper mill and take over some of those gear. And ACCM going to make use out of his 100% cost mill. Take those deer. And both players going through their build. Let's see who will click up to the next age first. Of course, this has water. Yeah, it has a bit of water. Drush Fast Castle into Scorpions. Okay, interesting. Interesting strategy. I haven't seen that one before. Liereyy going north, probably to explore a bit, but maybe looking for that gold. Going up with the barracks now, so definitely looking for that gold. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see men-at-arms from Liereyy. But I don't think that villager had enough line of sight to see that gold. Actually, just barely missed it. That is so unfortunate for Liereyy. Might find this one. Actually, he's going the wrong way, going to the right. Looking for that gold. ACCM building a barracks on top of this gold here, so he's going to try to mine that. Liereyy actually going to that gold. Bringing more villagers over. ACCM sees this. Liereyy not building any militia quite yet. ACCM getting loom. Liereyy has loom already. There's 3 villagers versus 2. So this gold is going to go to ACCM. Liereyy losing a lot of villager time. Looking around for gold. Any militia being made? Quite yet? Not quite yet. Here we go. First militia being made from Liereyy. ACCM needs to get on it and start building militia. There he is. He's going to have the hill advantage if he attacks downhill here. And it looks like finally Liereyy should be finding this gold. Found the gold. Finally. But a lot of villager time lost. And ACCM scouting that right away. Heck, so much villager time has been lost that Liereyy is actually going to have to delay production on this third militia. Only 10 gold in the bank, needs 20 gold, of course, to make a militia. Meanwhile, ACCM can queue up all the militia he wants. He's got lots of villagers on gold. Very early on. Going to take this fight. The Japs do not yet have their attack bonus, and the Celts have their speed. So I think ACCM could have definitely taken that fight. I would have taken that fight. What the hell are you talking about, Mr. GPN? What are you talking about? Oh my god. Yeah, it's called Stronghold, not Crenellations. Oh god. Crenellations is the Tudin's technology. ACCM gonna mine some stone. Probably gonna go with the tower. If you can get a tower on this gold, might be a good game. And already, more militia for ACCM. Again, got access to that gold very early. However, Liereyy has the men-at-arms upgrade first. Has that attack speed bonus. Liereyy bringing tons of villagers forward. Has an archery range up. Needs gold for archers. Probably will go with skirmishers. And this fight is going to go for ACCM. Going to want to move these villagers back. They will die so quickly to the men-at-arms. The Jap men-at-arms. 2 villagers going down for ACCM. I think 1 going down for Liereyy. That villager's getting pretty low. 1 villager going to go down there. Right now, villager count is 19 to 22. 3 more villagers for Liereyy. Still, ACCM is taking more resources. Liereyy has a lot of idle time right now. Might get this villager. Yeah, he's going to go down. 21 to 20. That is evened up. Now we have the first skirmisher out. Even spearmen being made. Why would you make a spearman? Oh, because you don't have gold. That's why. Liereyy tried to be very resourceful. That guy's speedy, so he's going to get away. Now, tower coming up from ACCM. It should get up. This villager should have enough HP. More men-at-arms being made from ACCM. Will be quite effective at this present time. Men-at-arms even gotten... I don't even know what that was. Spearman, or... Either way, good pickup. Villager count's now dead even. It's 21 to 21. ACCM in a better position still. Has a tower up. Take a look at the farms. Neither player getting any economy upgrades. They know how critical it is to have army right now. And everything is going towards the army. And finally, ACCM getting double bid-axe. So Celt's men-at-arms, I would say stick with that for now until there's too many archers. Right now, Liereyy adding the archers. But again, still, 1 tower there could be devastating. Men-at-arms and spear are going to go straight into the town center. What? Lierey's going to see a little bit late. But now men-at-arms are in on the wood line. Going around, oh no! Okay, gonna go through that way. And that's gonna be walled up. A single archer's gonna come back. Army for Liereyy going straight to the wood line. This could be devastating. Tower coming up for Liereyy, just in case. A lot of quick walls coming for Liereyy. And here's that army coming in from a perfect angle. There are 2 archers in here. No fletching done quite yet. So 1 villager going to go down. These 2 archers still doing quite a bit of damage. Villager count is still dead even. But the villagers should be able to defend for now. 2 weak ones in there. Up in the north, a tower did go up for ACCM, denying the wood line of Liereyy. This one is not looking too good either. Still more idle time for Liereyy. 4 villagers in that tower. And now ACCM is hurting for wood. as he's got to take these straggler trees. Getting a tower up here, that's not a very useful one. And this tower should be able to kill this villager. Especially with fletching. Let's see what happens once fletching is researched. So there's fletching. Liereyy might have to right-click the villager. But we'll see if she survives. Liereyy moving around, doing some harassment. Villager count's still dead even. Better army for Liereyy now. 6 archers, 4 skirmishers, 2 spearmen versus 3 skirmishers, 2 men-at-arms, 1 spearman. No fletching yet for ACCM, but then again, Liereyy doesn't have bit X. Definitely wants that upgrade. I think ACCM has enough stone for another tower. Where will this tower go? It looks like it'll go onto the gold. And Liereyy has no stone right now. Does not have enough stone. Is he mining stone somewhere? I don't see him mining stone anywhere. Here comes this tower. If this tower gets up, it'll be devastating. Does ACCM have enough army? I thought he did. 3 skirmishers, a few men-at-arms. I thought ACCM had enough army to get that up. And that villager, of course, finally going down. But Lierey's army just too big. I think ACCM might be able to catch this army out, but archers are getting awfully close to the skirmishers. And Liereyy is not paying attention. Gonna lose a lot of HP. Finally getting double bit X. These men-at-arms can't kill anything. Kid? ACCM trying its best to clean up this army. HP difference is pretty huge. Here comes that one men-at-arms to try to be annoying. And he did his job, slow down the army a little bit. Just gotta kill that one archer. Getting most of the army, but Liereyy is regrouping, and look at this. Great play from Liereyy, regrouping his army. Currently, Liereyy with more resources, with a little bit more army, and with 2 more villagers. So Liereyy looking really good. And as well, these archers getting onto this gold. The gold never had a tower on it, even though ACCM has 228 stone. Are those villagers going to go down? Not looking so good for ACCM at all. ACCM needs to rebuild the lumber camp somewhere. And I heard a stable. Who's the stable for? There's a stable for Liereyy. This is going to be so great for Liereyy. Transitioning the scouts right as ACCM is off of gold. ACCM has a good amount of gold in the bank. Let's see what he's making. Is he making skirmishers or archers? Looks like he's making skirmishers, which will die to the scouts. That's still a pretty good group of archers, though. So Liereyy with a heavier archer composition. Sorry, ACCM with a heavier archer composition. Could potentially get three free kills right there. There you go. 3 kills for 1 skirm. Added archer armor coming in. Archer armor's already done for Liereyy. And now Liereyy forced to run with everything, because he knows the army is coming in. Castle Age for Liereyy. Lierey's economy is pretty shot, as half of it is running away. And who knows where it's running? It's running towards the edge of the map. Liereyy doesn't have the army to take this on. He needs those upgrades. As well, this army's running straight into the tower. Quick reaction from ACCM to whittle down even more of the HP there. Luckily, the skirmish are taking most of it. Is this enough? Let's check the HP total. Way more HP for ACCM. The problem is that Liereyy has mostly skirmishers. So perfect defense from Liereyy. Had way too much idle time with his economy, but eventually is able to clean this up. And with this Castle Age and the Scale Barding Armor upgrade coming in, that might be enough to seal this game. More towers coming up from ACCM. Still has the 3 villagers taking the stone. ACCM has enough stone for quite a few towers. He could build, you know, 1 here maybe. 1 here. Help keep himself in the game. Alright, here we go. Castle Age. Neither player getting a horse collar quite yet. It's been a very intense game. And that scout's going to clean things up. ACCM should be able to see the +1 armor is done. Has to know knights are on the way. And at the moment, it's just going to be towers. Towers and a pikeman here or there. This is a tough game for ACCM. And ACCM still has yet to click up to the next age. 500 food in the bank. 100 gold. It's going to be really hard to click up to the next age. Really hard to survive the next few minutes. That said, ACCM is getting still a good raid. Not going to kill either of those. Oh, man. And going to kill the knight, too. Downhill. Going to kill 2 villagers. Idling a lot of Liereyy's economy once again. Move on to this villager. ACCM still doing the damage, even in this early Castle Age. We have a 7 villager advantage for ACCM. Who knows if that'll hold, though. And now the knights are going to clean up all the archers. Should have a big army advantage for Liereyy. Here's the Castle Age for ACCM. So far has survived. What is the play going to be from ACCM? He's playing as the Celts. Is it going to be more archers? Probably. Knights is not going to work. Japanese have better knights and they have bloodlines. ACCM might be thinking about pikemen. Getting the scale mail armor. So far, no extra town centers for Liereyy. Probably thinking about one in the north. Built the siege workshop. Couldn't afford anything from it. And here's a big fight. Spearman getting some good hits on those knights. Looks like the wolf cleaned that up. One more hit from that spearman could have really helped. Here we go, 2 more spearmen and gonna clean up that knight. Villager number, dead even. Liereyy will have a few more by the time ACCM reaches the next age. Military, we have 4 knights, 10 skirmishers for Liereyy. And 11 archers, 7 skirmishers, 3 spearmen for ACCM. And once again, Liereyy is forced to run. Causing more idle time for Liereyy. This is the 3rd time he's had to run from this location. It's such a large part of his economy. Lierey's pretty heavily invested into skirmishers. ACCM getting a lot of eco upgrades can really afford a lot. At least compared to Liereyy. Liereyy, he doesn't have horse collar yet, and still has bit axe. And still doesn't have wheelbarrow. So ACCM these games putting a heavier emphasis on economy. I think ACCM's in a good position if he wins this game. Remember, the series will be tied. A really good showing from ACCM this series. Win or loss, he's really giving some heavy blows to Liereyy. You're getting Bodkin Arrow. Finally, this tower getting cleaned up. It's gotten so much value throughout the course of this game. Can these 3 pikemen actually kill this Mangonel? The knights are actually going to try to save it. That Mangonel's going to get very low. Might go down. It's going to go down. There we go. Great trade. Oh, thank you! Aruk, you're the first person to compliment it today. Thank you. Glad you enjoy. Villager number even. Such a close game. ACCM with more army. Lierey's still in a vulnerable position here. Needs a town center there. This could be a big fight. And that knight going straight for that Mangonel. Can he get it? Is gonna get it! You have the pikemen doing a lot of damage to this Mangonel as well. Great value for ACCM. These skirmishers without a lot of upgrades, they're gonna die to the crossbows. ACCM now getting scale-barding armor. Another great fight for ACCM. And game over. Game over. ACCM tying the series back 2-2. Very unexpected. Is this gonna be the tournament where ACCM really shines? He's always in every tournament. But, usually... Always in every tournament, but the level of competition is usually so high that we haven't seen a really particularly great showing from him. This is a great opening to this tournament. Let's see if he can take the series. Next game. Alright, let's see if this works better. Alright, better. And why I turned my phone off, I don't know. Alright, so that should be good for you guys. Hello everyone, and welcome to the last game of this epic series between ACCM and Liereyy. Liereyy taking the first 2 games, ACCM taking the next 2 games. I'm speaking real fast because this is deathmatch. That's how you cast deathmatch, of course. I have no clue how these players are going to perform on deathmatch, but this is the last game. The last game to decide who gets the point in the series. Man, ACCM's had a really good showing here. Lierey's known as the 2nd best player in the world. And ACCM's done really well here. ACCM so far on the defensive. This is Indians versus Franks. Remember, they picked their civilizations from Captain's Mode very early on. Franks probably have an advantage, but... normally Indians would have an advantage, but Franks are such a good deathmatch civ. They're a really great civ. Those stables working faster is so good. But the Indians with their Imperial Camels has to be really good too. Has to be really good at countering the Paladins. Of course, there's more to offer for the Franks. They get halbs, they get throwing axemen, they get hand cannons. ACCM on the defensive so far. Here's the KD ratio here. I'm really taking a close eye on that. But ACCM really getting pushed back. Let's take a look at the villager count too. 13 villagers for Liereyy, 8 for ACCM. ACCM is clearly behind. Let's see if ACCM can hold things off. Looks like this villager might be dead as well. If Lierey's paying attention, he is. 1 more villager down. Looks like ACCM is getting the clear up on the front. However, more reinforcements are coming in from Liereyy. This is all of ACCM's base. Let's take a look at Lierey's base. Lierey's already got multiple town centers up. The flood is coming in from Liereyy. A lot of hand cannons being massed. This is going to be a really tough game for ACCM, even at the get-go. I don't know how experienced a lot of these players are with deathmatch. Fast castle coming up from ACCM. Is he thinking about elephant archers? He is. And a few cavalry archers for ACCM as well. I don't agree with the choice of the camel archers right now. Not the camel archers, the elephant archers. I think cavalry archers would probably be the better choice. ACCM going with a lot of archer ranges. Not all of them are building. And I think ACCM might be a little bit of a slower player. This might not favor him too much. You can see 2 archery ranges idle. Town center coming up from ACCM, trying his best. It's 12 villagers versus 23, double the villagers for Liereyy. ACCM is holding, however, we have a castle here, 2 forward siege workshops from Liereyy, coming up with another castle. Big, massive hand cannons for Liereyy. Market coming up. Town center is denied. And now 2 paladins going to go to town on some more villagers. Look at this, 5 town centers for Liereyy. 6 town centers, I think. 1 coming up over here. How do you get through that massive hand cannons? Now bombard cannons coming in. And I think, despite a really epic showing from ACCM, the last 2 games, a great comeback. Liereyy might in the end take the series, but respect points to ACCM. Taking 2 games away from Liereyy. ACCM still holding. Imperial Camels breaking through a little bit to get to the hand cannons. We have heavy cavalry archers whittling away in the back. KD is pretty even, better for Liereyy. Looking at the gold, both players exhausting their gold. They definitely need their economies up to mine gold. Look at this massive heavy cavalry archers. Liereyy losing a lot of army. Liereyy actually down to 90 population. ACCM up to 120. Perhaps the Indians' army comp is better. I don't know. That Frankish rush is so good with the stables working faster, but ACCM might have held it off. ACCM needs to get his economy going, though. Unless he can keep this momentum going. It is 47 villagers, 50 villagers versus 30 villagers, 20 villager advantage for Liereyy. This massive heavy cavalry archer is going to be really hard to break. Liereyy needs to come forward with some siege. So that is going to take some time. All that time, Liereyy has more town center and is booming up. There's even more castles coming from Liereyy to help stall things. This one's not really being built. This one's not built as well. This one's being built with 1 villager. What are you doing, Liereyy? Build faster. Now Paladin's coming over at the right side. Town center and castle being built there. ACCM trying to get as much gold as possible. That's the most important resource, although food is about to be pretty important. But for now, these heavy cavalry archers are going to go to town on the halbs. Should do pretty well against the hand cannons as well. But there's a nice meat shield that's just sitting back there. You need that. Still 20 villager advantage for Liereyy. And all the army is back for ACCM except for this part. That's not a good engagement for ACCM. Now ACCM built more town centers. Trying to get back in the villager number. 46 to 65. These cavalry archers will be great for raiding if you could get the right angle. And there we go. ACCM has the freedom now to be able to raid. But is not really doing it right now. Come on, ACCM, go for a big raid. Go find a good angle. Those heavy cavalry archers can still run away from the paladins if they get in a bad spot, unless you go straight into halbs. Ooh, that was close. That was way too close. 74 versus 60 villagers. It's definitely evening up. There's this hill here. That hill could very much favor Liereyy. Need the halbs in front. There's nothing to kill the halbs. Just a few hand cannons. A few heavy camels. Camels need to be on the right side. Imperial camels, my bad. Castle might go down. Definitely will go down. Let's see who wins this engagement. Paladins are so strong for the Franks. No more meat shield out in front. The trebuchets need to focus on the hand cannons. A few rams coming out as well. I'm going to try to kill that trebuchet. And looks like the heavy cavalry archers are going to be enough. Villager count is now even. We now have even villager counts. This hill is so important. Lierey's going to try to build... No, siege workshop on top of it. We have more gold in the bank for ACCM. 2 rams going to go over the left side. Let's see if they'll be successful over there. 1 monk coming out, probably trying to get some relics. This guy's making an outpost. Better map control for Liereyy. Little base over here as well. Fortunately, these monks are going to get away. Look at them. And this is a good fight if the cavalry archers fight the hand cannons. And now even some heavy scorpions from Liereyy. Trying to be very creative. But certainly we need to see more Imperial camels. There's not enough meat shield for these heavy cavalry archers. Gotta go back, gotta go back. Need to see more of a meat shield. Probably more heavy camels. Heavy camels, of course, cost food. How's the economy looking for Liereyy? Let's take a look at the resources in per minute. One of these. Food per minute. Barely anything for ACCM. Much more for Liereyy. More wood per minute for ACCM, but food per minute is much more important. So ACCM needs to seed a lot more farms. And these heavy cavalry archers have to go back. Or they're actually going to engage the scorpions head on. That's probably a bad idea. Anything happening here? A few relics being taken. Lierey's actually going to start a push on the left side. And ACCM 10 villagers down. Nice farming eco over here. Great place for Liereyy to try to raid. A lot of idols for ACCM. Needs to sort these out. But I think just needs a lot more of these Imperial Camels. And there you go. Imperial Camel's going to take out a few of the Scorpions. Look at this map control from Liereyy. Closing in with these castles. Castle coming up from ACCM. But here comes a few Halps. Heavy cavalry is just going to move over to that left side. And we need to see some trebuchets from both players. Trebuchets coming out from both players. ACCM not making use of these other castles. They could be making trebuchets as well. So for now, I think a good goal would be for ACCM to take out these castles and defend his trebuchets with some Halps. Because ACCM can't lose any more space. He's already too much into the corner of the map. Yeah, you can build ships on this one, which we haven't seen so far. Yeah, you could definitely build ships from parts. And it looks like a trebuchet probably went down for ACCM, so that castle probably will go down. These two trebs are on top of the hill. We talked about this hill earlier. Maybe ACCM should have expanded more to the bottom left side instead of the top right side, where that hill is owned by Liereyy. So I definitely think ACCM should try to expand down over here. And how is this fight going to go? He's going up and down so much. Looks like Liereyy won that fight. Castle is down. This is all open to raiding. We have a guard tower coming in, but what good will that do? Boom the dummy, we're rooting for ACCM, obviously. Glad we have some fans of him. And a little bit of stabilization, but look at this, Liereyy with 30 villagers more. Who has a more gold-intensive army? That's usually a good indicator of who has a stronger army. Liereyy has a much more gold-intensive army, 6,000 gold versus 4,000 gold. And now the raid is commencing on the right side. ACCM trying to take down this castle. Looks like this castle is denied. So ACCM getting some breathing room on this left side. Gonna build a town center here as well, like we said he should have. Meanwhile, this right side is kind of being gutted. And a castle is gonna go down. Let's take a look at the relic count now that we have the opportunity to do so. Relics are 1-to-1, so nothing interesting there. And this might be enough. That's a lot of Frankish paladins. That might be enough to break ACCM. Of course, there's 3 castles in this area. I really like how ACCM has moved the strong part of his base to the left side. Got a lot of space here to expand. We need a lot more army for ACCM and still a bit more economy. Meanwhile, Lierey's got all the economy he needs. All he needs to do is focus on army. So ACCM somehow got to clean this up. One more castle going down. That is not going to help ACCM's defense. It looks like another castle could possibly go down for ACCM as well. Not looking good for ACCM as well at all. Losing a lot of villagers. It's 85 villagers versus 123. Look at the map control from Liereyy. Look at all this base. Look at how much base he has. Covering so much of the map. And there's GG. There's GG. Looked like ACCM might have been able to hold things off. And what a great series. What a great series. All these games. ACCM really showing us what he's made of. But Liereyy going to take this series and going to take that point at the end. So really hope you enjoyed it. Really enjoyable games on these maps. Somewhat surprisingly, but it's pretty good. Pretty good start to the tournament. And I'll see you in the next series. My name's Nobody. See ya.